Welcome back. It's still Good Morning Abuja. And yes, the show this morning is really enlightening. And we are going into road safety. Every Thursday, this program dedicates a whole interview segment to bringing education to you on road safety. This morning, we'll be taking it from two perspectives. We're trying to at least be gender sensitive here. So we have my Oga first, who is here with us, CRC Surveillance Epeyong, the unit head of operations, Central Business District, Federal Road Safety Corps. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and we are blessed with the presence of SRC Christiana Ada Ekelma, who is the staff officer operation of the Federal Road Safety Corps here in the Central Business District. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. They say ladies first, Oga. So perhaps we should let her start. We're talking about safe driving practices. Now, giving us the perspective from a woman, I want you to tell us how safe can a woman be when she's driving? What should she be conscious of to be able to use the road safely?
Thank you. As a woman, as soon as you embark on the journey, from my own perspective and women generally, we are safety conscious first because we are mothers and we tend to protect our environment, our children, the youth that uses the road up more often. Then as a woman, to pass through emotional torture and we are conscious because of that emotion and you come out from your home, your husband tends to annoy you. At that process, you have to be emotionally strong to ply the road. So we are more emotionally strong to ply the road compared to that of the men.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
CRC Epeyong, do you agree?
Yes, when we talk of safe driving practices in
Yes.
the women perspective, the women, like you said, are emotionally. At times when you meet a woman in the steering, and at times you see them very arrogant,
Yes.
and they carry the problems,
Plenty.
the problems that they left in the house. Maybe they have children, all those things come to the play while you're on the road. And this is a serious problem while you're on the wheel, because at that moment, the children you are thinking, maybe they call you, your child in the school is sick, and you know the emotional, you want to rush to go. And at that moment, you are driving, your safety and the safety of other road users are very, very important. If you don't arrive alive, the child that were called in emergency, you will not be able to save that child. So we are advise all women, when you are on steering, please stabilize yourself. Don't allow anything emotionally, anything to distract you while driving, so that the road will be safe for you and for other road users.
SRC, you see, one of the issues that we're faced with sometimes, they say a woman is good at multitasking. Like a woman believes she can be doing 10 things at the same time. And many a times they are. But is it good on the road, especially when you're using the road? Say, for example, you're driving, at the same time you want to arrange your wig, you want to apply one small makeup, or probably you are thinking, is it the red shoe or the black shoe that will fit this dress while driving? How do we respond to this?
That is a totally unacceptable,
Okay.
the driving skill. But that is called distracted driving. You're driving at the same time, you're trying to look at the mirror, you want to put on your makeup because you're late. Yes, you are multitasking because you wake up very early, get the kids' food ready, you bathe them, and you don't have the time to make up, and you're already running out of time. So you get to the car to steer you, it is distracting driving. If you know at that point you can't drive because you need to make up, you get a driver. It's
Okay.
best you get a driver, your husband will get you a driver, you be at the back, do your makeup.
What
So
about
it's
those that
such.
don't have husband? Who gets them drivers now?
Well, you don't have to make up.
Okay.
You don't have to pick up the red shoe.
Okay.
So you have to wake up early to make sure you time yourself before driving. Timing is very important in driving to avoid anything distracting.
Okay.
Yes.
CRC, Ekwenyang, the road, especially here in the capital city, is wide, is well planned. There are markings for pedestrians, there are markings for cyclists, and all of that. But it would seem like people are abusing the roads. Drivers, road users are abusing the roads. And of course, there are contributions from environmental factors that is making this very wide road become very narrow at some points in places. I'm trying to get your reaction now as to why don't people adhere to, like pedestrians, you will see these taxi people climb this pedestrian path when there's a small traffic.
You see, like you said, Nigerians are always impatient when they are on the road. And one thing we should learn to do while driving, you need to be patient. You don't need to rush for anything. And you see, when there is a small traffic congestion, everybody wants to go at the same time. Like what happened in the Eco Square yesterday when we were doing Democracy Day celebrations, when the dignitaries came in and everybody, and when they finished the program, everyone want to go at the
At the
same
same
time,
time.
and that will cause a road congestion. I want to go, I want to go, and at that moment, people will want to use the walkway that meant for pedestrians. And we always advise people, please, the road is meant for you. Be patient. Be patient when you are making use of the road. Don't drive on the walkway. Because the walkway, the pedestrian, somebody might be moving on the road, not knowing that the vehicle is coming towards that, and you hit the person down, it become a problem. Or not even hitting the person, maybe by the time you want to climb the walkway, maybe you are what do they call it? You
Your
are
under of your car
under of your car. Your
is
bottom
too
plate
your bottom plate.
can be very low. And when you climb it and maybe there's a stone and you hit your bottom plate and all the oil pour out, it has
Engine
caused a
knocks.
damage to your vehicle, it has caused a damage to your engine, can lead to your engine knock. And if it is your transmission oil, can lead to your gear being destroyed. So we advise motorists, please make sure, be patient and use the normal road. Don't use the pedestrian, allow the pedestrian to make use of their road. And a pedestrian also, when you must cross the road, please do a simple traffic drills by looking your left, your right, and your left again. If the road is free for you to cross, you make use of the road and cross fast.
This is really a good one. Now let me come back to you seriously. One final question before I take Oga's a roundup of activities for the week. Uh, Use of sirens. We have seen that, especially here in Abuja, it is getting out of hand. That people just use sirens. They are not ambulances. They are not security people on an emergency or emergency vehicles that need to use the sirens, like the fire service and the rest. But once there's a small traffic, just like we just discussed now, that everybody's impatient, wow, 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 you begin to hear. In fact, recently we were driving and we heard one. We turned and we were looking for the car that was doing one. We were shocked to find out it was a KK. So what's your how do we treat this?
Thank you very much. Recently, we've written to bodies. You are not allowed to use the siren while plying the road. Just like my Oga said, you have to be patient. Most of the once this traffic light shows red, be patient wherever you are. The only body that is allowed to use this siren are the ambulances if there are emergency, fire services. Then if maybe ambulance that people they are taking victims to the hospital, they are allowed to use siren. But every other body we've written, and we've also told our boys to stop and check these bodies that install sirens in their vehicles when they bring them to book. So we've written and we'll still continue educating them because this is also part of education. We educate them. This is our nuisance. And it affects other road users.
Of course.
It affects them. So we've written and
Because when you hear and you're trying to get off the road and
exactly.
at that moment
You
you could be distracted and anything can
exactly.
happen.
So we are taking measures.
Okay. Oh, this is good to know. Well, we're running out of time on the program already. I can hear this producer asking us to wind up. But, Oga, let's take the roundup of the activities of your unit in the week under review, considering the fact that yesterday was a very busy day for you, having to have the President, Commander in Chief of the Armed Forces, ply the road that you are keeping safe. So, give us a rundown of the week's activity.
During the week in review, the traffic situations have been very minimal, and we also recorded low traffic crashes during the period. And the Democracy Day that was yesterday, that was going on, we normally when the president move and come to a program in Eagle Square, there are
Yes.
certain roads that must be blocked.
Okay.
Yes, we started blocking the road since last night from 10 p.m.
Okay.
Last night we started blocking the road from. If you are coming from Aso Drive, we block it by the DSS office. From the Transcorp, we block it by Transcorp. Then the one going towards Banex, we block it by Nitel Junction. Even the finance, we don't allow access to the venue of the events because of insecurity. And we don't want problems, we don't want distractions. And those access, we don't allow people, only the president and the dignitaries that have been invited that allowed access to the Eagle Square. And the program was a very nice program, and although it was ethic to us, because we have to sleep overnight, make sure the road are cleared, make sure there is no obstruction on the road. All our tow trucks were on the road. The ambulances were all over. So, and they were not resting until the end of the program. But after the program, that's when we have problems.
Okay.
Everybody want to go.
At the same time.
All the dignitaries want to go.
At the same
I want
time.
to move. I want to go. We have to ask them, please be patient. Let us do one after the other. At a certain time, the road will be free. And as I'm talking to you, before 30 minutes, everywhere was free. And people were start moving. And you know that yesterday was public holiday. So the road was Central Business District was very free. And we advise people also that talking about safe driving practices. For you to enter your vehicle and drive, the first thing you must do, you check your vehicle, your gear must be in neutral position. If it is a manual, if it's a automatic vehicle, let the gear be at the park before you now start. Some of them will not even know the vehicle are not in neutral position, or what they need, they put key, and you want to start with the vehicle in gear, can cause a problem.
Of course,
So we advise people, when you start your vehicle, make sure the gear is in neutral position. If it is manual, if automatic, let it be at park. And also, if you must have to reverse, there are certain rules. You don't reverse in the expressway.
Okay.
You don't reverse in the highway.
This is a topic for another day, because reversing on the expressway is something that many Abuja drivers are known for, and it has caused serious accidents. Some people claim they don't know the roads. Before you know, maybe on there's a turn they're supposed to take, they've passed it, but instead of going to turn and coming back, they want to reverse. Whatever the situation is, your safety matters. Your loved ones are waiting to reunite with you. So why put such a reunion in jeopardy? If you don't drive safe, you do not only endanger yourself, you endanger other road users. Well, this conversation has been very rich this morning. Thank you for coming, CRC Ekpenyong.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming, SRC Christiana Ada Eke Oma. I like your name so much. Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Yes, it's Good Morning Abuja. We'll quickly take a short break now.